entrepreneurship in itself is not easy. I mean, like, you're taking a huge risk, and it's really all on you to make it happen and to make it work. You know, you don't really have like those buffers like you do in a 9 to 5, and that protection. If I look at the calendar or my books and it's a little bit short, I have to, again, get that motivation to start making phone calls, sending out emails. Like, that responsibility is on me.
Welcome back to Unknown and Talented. My name is Jelan Abrams. I have a very special guest today. Her name is Jalen. She's a massage therapist. Hey, Jalen, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm just very excited to talk to you today because I recently had an experience getting a massage, and it was kind of weird. You know,
Uh-oh.
The lady was on my back. Like, it was a smaller woman, but she was on my back. Like, her whole body was on my back trying to get knots out of my back. And I was just like, I don't know if this is a part of the massage. So explain what a real massage is supposed to be like, because you are a massage therapist.
Okay. Well, we jumping right into it. I mean, there's a lot of various types of massages. I'm sure you've seen, some different types roaming around, like on social media and stuff. But you have like sports massage, Thai massage. Maybe that's what she was doing, which is more like body like involvement and movement and like all these like positions and stuff. I do more holistic massage, so like I incorporate a lot of natural remedies. But massage is one of those things where it's like this umbrella term, and there's so many different modalities and techniques that you can use with it. So.
So was she doing something right there? I just want to make sure that I wasn't just getting a crazy massage. I didn't expect somebody to be on my back.
Well, were you in pain or anything?
No, I just wanted a regular massage. It was a regular
She
massage.
probably,
And then she was like I said.
no. Usually, no. You're not going to have people on your back. So I don't know. That's maybe how her flow was set up. But do I do that?
Okay, all right, okay. I had to check before we get too deep, and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't crazy. I still paid her and everything, but I was just like, I think this is a lot. But introduce yourself. You are a massage therapist. I want you to pretty much explain exactly what you do and who you are.
Okay. So, like Jelan said, I am a massage therapist. I work full time in my private massage practice. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and I'm loving entrepreneurship. I love my clients. It's not what I thought that I would be doing, but it's been a wonderful journey. So yeah, it's definitely my thing.
That's what's up. I love it. So you said you're an entrepreneur. This podcast is for entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs. So you don't have a 9 to 5. You're just an entrepreneur.
Yep, I do massage full time for myself, and that was a huge transition. I've been doing it full time for about a year. So July of last year is when I let go of my 9 to 5 and just fully committed to doing massage.
Okay, so when did you know like this was the time to do that? Because I think a lot of times people do it too early. They're like, I'm tired of this job. I'm gonna go after my dream. When did you realize that? Hey, I'm gonna stop this 9 to 5.
So for me, and like this might be relatable to some people watching, my 9 to 5 wasn't what I was passionate about. It was very draining for me, and it was like a little bit overwhelming. So I had that in the back of my head, like me kind of pushing me and egging me to step away from that. But really, I would say the number one like key factor was all I could think about would be working on my business. Like, I couldn't really put in enough like effort or my energy to working for the other company, because all I wanted to do was like plan and work, within my own business. And once I just like ran the numbers, it wasn't exactly what I needed to be, but sometimes in entrepreneurship, you just gotta step out on faith. And I did that, and I've been surprising myself And it's been working out. I haven't lacked, at all. So I feel really blessed for that.
Wow, I love that. I love that. So this is, you said this is something you didn't picture yourself doing. What did you think about doing before this?
So I had never even had a massage before I even went to massage school. Like, it was nothing that was on my radar. Like, my parents didn't really talk about it that much. Maybe they got massages for like special occasions or anniversaries, but I was pretty much clueless. I knew that I wanted to be in healthcare because growing up, it was like the only thing that I liked or had an interest in doing. So I went to college. I went to Temple University um, in Philly for public health because I love talking to people. I love bonding, connecting with people, and I like helping people, in healthcare and related to that. So I did public health. After that, I couldn't really find a job that I was like really interested in public health because if you know anything about public health, it's very like vague until you get like, a graduate degree or you keep like advancing. And I didn't want to do that. So then I ended up, I'm giving you the long story. I ended up finding a job because I needed some money after college as like a customer service rep at a insurance company, which was miserable. Like, I was so, so miserable. And so I was just searching for other ways, like, how can I make more money and how can I do something that matches my personality that I'm actually going to like doing and matches like the working environment that I want to be in. And so I was working at this part-time job as like a hostess at a restaurant, and me and one of my friends was just like joking around. And he was just like mentioned like, oh, you should go to like look into massage therapy or something. And I was like, okay, I pulled it up right there at the host stand. I was like, how much do massage therapists make? And I looked at it and I'm like, okay, like even if it won't be a full-time thing, maybe I can do it as a part-time thing. Let's see. So I looked around in my area, looked for schools. I kid you not, within like 2 weeks, I had already like applied, toured the place, and I started in like January of 2020. And I was like, I'm gonna start my first class. If I don't like it, if I feel weird, if I'm not good at it, I'm backing out. Like, I'm not doing this, but let's give it a go. I had my first class and it just felt so natural. And the first class that we did, we were working on the feet. So that's how I really knew. Because I was like, oh,
Oh,
this doesn't bother me. Like, this is fine. Like, I feel
oh,
good at this. Like, I want to do this. And the rest was history.
wow. Speak more on that. I'm sorry, I was gonna go somewhere else. Speak more about starting on the feet. What do you mean by that? Like, you just, everybody that came in, you just massaging feet?
That was the first lesson that we learned. Like, the first, module was foot massage, how to work on the feet, reflexology. We went through that routine first week, probably like my second or third day. And we had like practicals and stuff. We get tested on our skills and the technique. And I thought I would be grossed out because like I don't love feet, but it wasn't an issue.
Okay, no, that's funny. That's funny. So how did you go? Oh wow, hold on 1 second. Sorry, then forgot to turn my thing off. So how do you go from 2020 to where you're just starting and they just say, "Hey, massage these feet," to now where you have I'm guessing a lot of clients because you don't work a 9 to 5, having a lot of clients and now just massaging a bunch of people. How did you go from the beginning to now?
That's a really good question. So I mean, the first step was just really pushing and like getting through school. Massage tends to be like, I think any, trade trade school subject, like a lot of people will start, but they won't actually finish all the way through. And I had a lot of instances like that in my, like, my class. But honestly, I pushed through school and then I was just on it. I got my license. I started getting experience. I was hustling really. Like, I was doing mobile massage at first. So I like was like, hey, like, I do mobile massage. I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna bring everything, blah blah blah. I started building up clientele that way. And then the story is kind of crazy, but within 6 months of just doing mobile massage, I transitioned into having like a brick and mortar studio that I was paying for and just working, a couple of hours, just because I like that setup better. But just staying persistent, honestly, and marketing, marketing yourself, taking every opportunity, collaborating with other people in the area, saying yes, to different partnerships. I was really, really in it because I really wanted it. It felt good to be doing this work. And I didn't invest all that time, like a year and a half in school to just not do anything with it. So kind of just following through on that. That's how I got here.
Okay. So speak more into that drive, because to get clients, I'm thinking that might be hard. So you're going through that traveling, you're going through the collaborating, you're going through actually getting a brick and mortar. Where did that come from to get the drive to say, "Yo, I don't want to do this 9 to 5. I'm going to push as hard as I can."
Um, where did I get that drive? You know what it was? I think it was a vision. Like, I just had a vision. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. My mom, she's always had an entrepreneurial spirit. She's a serial entrepreneur. She started multiple businesses, and she would always put it in my brother's ear and my ear, like, you guys got to start something for yourself, blah, blah, blah. But me and my brother we're kind of similar, where we're like, no, like, I'm just going to work for a company. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to, work up the ladder. I'm going to have a nice title. And like, that's it. I don't want to do any of that extra work. That was my original vision for myself. I thought I was going to go back to school, maybe into like healthcare administration, and then be like a director or something for a hospital. But then as soon as I started taking massage therapy courses, all these ideas just start flooding, and I was like, oh, and I can do this, and I can brand it like this is going to be my menu. And it just, like, that was the drive. I saw a vision, and I was like determined to kind of like make that into reality. And that was the fun part, like getting through that. The journey was the fun part. So yeah, that was that motivation.
Okay. All right. So speak more about what struggles you have, because it's not you making it sound easy. You making it sound like you went from 0 to 100 easy. So what struggles did you face? 'Cause I just want to make sure people know that this is not an easy thing to be an entrepreneur, to not work a 9 to 5. Like, what struggles did you face?
So I mean, entrepreneurship in itself is not easy. I mean, like, you're taking a huge risk, and it's really all on you to make it happen and to make it work. You don't really have like those buffers like you do in a 9 to 5, and that protection. So for me, I was like if I look at the calendar or my books and it's a little bit short, I have to again get that motivation to start making phone calls, sending out emails. Like, that responsibility is on me. And sometimes if you feel like you're lazy or you get complacent and you don't want to do that, you got to be careful. So, and it's really a mindset thing. Doubt is like really something that I struggled with like a lot. Just like, can I do this? Is it gonna work out? What if, I don't know, one day I just run out of money? Like, I mean, it happens to people. Um, but I mean, again, entrepreneurship, I think, and you talk about this too, is a lot about mindset and how you think about things. So I could never like allow myself to stay too much like stuck in the negative thought. Like, I just kind of had to keep pushing through it. Um, but yeah, I mean, even dealing with like customers and troubleshooting things, like, there's no one else to go to, to handle things like that. Like, it all falls on you. Somebody is not happy with something, they yelling at you, like, and it's your name, it's your reputation. And I'm a solo therapist, so it's only me. I don't have any employees. I think if I did, that'd be like much harder, but yeah.
Okay. So what is actually his? Well, I can't get the word right. holistic therapy? Because you actually said you're a therapist. I've never heard the word therapist when I think of, well, I guess massage therapist. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But what exactly is holistic therapy? I just think of like regular massage therapy. I guess they gonna jump on your back and do what they got to do. But what exactly is that?
So I feel like holistic. I don't know if you feel like this. I feel like it's become like a trendy word, like
Okay.
within the last, I don't know, year or two.
No, you're right.
Uh,
No, you're definitely right. I just started hearing it a lot more.
yeah. So it really is kind of like an umbrella term, but for me and my practice, I use like a lot of natural remedies to heal the body, but also I focus on like the mind and body connection. So however your mental state is, I focus on, or I'll look at how does that affect holistically your body and how the pain is showing up. A lot of my clients, they're like highly stressed, or maybe they just lost a loved one, so they're dealing with grief. Those emotions, those mental things that are going on in their head, it'll always find its way to like manifest somewhere physically on your body. So that's what I focus on, in terms of like balancing out the emotions with the physical, the mental, and looking at the holistic picture of the person. Versus if it wasn't holistic, it would be more so like, oh, your shoulder hurts. All right, let me do these things, do these stretches. Hopefully you feel better. If not, come back. But I wouldn't be like asking you questions like, how is your stress level? Has there any been like, any different circumstances that have changed? When did the pain start occurring? Like, it's like that. I just dive in a little bit deeper.
Okay, okay. And I never thought about it like that. When I think about massage therapists, I just think about my body, like my shoulder hurts, massage my shoulder. I don't think how it affects the actual mind. So I know you said you don't speak about it with clients. Does anybody ever open up to you about like something's wrong with them? That's why they need massage therapy?
Um, yes, like some people, they'll, if they like the grief thing, like that's something that you can definitely feel carrying around. In your body. Posture, a lot of people struggle with that, like, stress from work. But the thing that I find the most fascinating, and this is like one of my favorite parts about my job, is that most of the time a client will come in and they'll just be like, oh, my shoulder hurts, just like you said. Then I'll start asking them questions. And by the end of the session, I'll ask, like, you know, what did you notice during the massage? Like, how does your body feel now? And they'll start, by me asking those questions, they'll start tuning in and like going down more into their physical. And now they can pick up more things like, oh, I never noticed that, like, that pain was there. Some people will tell me, like, oh, when you were massaging my neck, like, I literally felt that straight down the right side of my body into my foot. Like, you start to notice how connected everything is. And that's like one of my favorite parts about what I do.
Okay, okay. And how often should someone get massage? I've got massage twice in my life. The last time I got it, I told her I had shoulder pain. She didn't even help me out with my shoulder pain. But how often should I? Let's say right now I got a massage. This was a delay.
No, I maybe it was me. I just thought it was funny because I feel like a lot of people experience that. Even me, when I go get massages, like it's very hard for me to like find my own massage therapist because I want a specific technique. Like if I'm like I have neck pain, I don't want just kind of like this light fluffy massage. Like I want you to really like go in and work on it. But like you said, you came in for shoulder pain and she didn't even do a thing.
Exact. I was confused. Like, are we done here? I'm just like,
And
come on
that's
now.
so
I made sure.
sad. That's so
Yeah,
sad.
cause I made sure to circle it. Like, so if you never had I'm talking to the audience now. So if you never had a massage, basically they show you a diagram of a body. You circle what's hurting you. I circled I made sure that every single little diagram they had, I circled my shoulder every time to let them know this is a pain point. And she, that's it. So I was just like, that's crazy. But back to the question: how often should somebody get massagers?
So I always recommend 4 to 6 weeks for my clients. If you're just like coming in for just general relaxations, you can do, once a month, or you can push it out to every 6 weeks, depending on, your
Okay.
schedule or your budget, whatever. If you're coming in for, say, like a chronic pain, or something like a pain or discomfort that's been more persistent, I would like to do like 2 to 3 weeks. And then as it gets better and we're seeing results, then we can push it out to like 4, 5, and 6. That's what tends to work for my clientele.
Okay. And then we did. I want to go back to what you said. So for you all right?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So for you are a massage therapist. How do you find the massage therapist?
I do the same thing that you would probably do. I just search around on Google, look
Yeah.
at their reviews and stuff, and then you got to give them a try. The one thing about massage therapy is it's really not, or finding a massage therapist, I should say, it's really not one size fits all. Every massage therapist has their different flow, their different technique, and you may not like, how everyone works. So you just kind of got to like try it out and make sure you have a at least you could communicate well, like tell them like, listen, this problem in my shoulder has been bothering me. I like firm pressure here, things like that. So I'm right in the same boat with you.
Okay. So you mainly help women, or is it women and men for
um
massages?
so I help both men and women. However, majority of my
Okay.
clientele are women, but I do help both.
Okay. And what is the so yes, you are entrepreneur, you're doing this as a business, but what benefits from you that you're seeing you're helping your clients out? Because you do talk about it's not just physical, it's mental. Like, do you have any, I guess, success stories of, actually helping these women actually live a better life more mindfully?
Mindfully. um
Hope I use the right word. I don't know if that's the right word, but we're gonna go with
So
it.
are you asking like what kind of changes has my clients told me they've been experiencing mentally since getting massage with me?
Perfect. There you go. That's
Oh,
it. That's the question.
okay. That's a good one. Let me think. What I just said about like the mind body connection, a lot of them are tuning in more to themselves and like noticing what's coming up. A lot of them are really being better with like managing their stress. Some of us, we talk a lot during our sessions. It kind of turns into like therapy. But
Okay.
just realizing that like it's okay to slow down. A lot of women actually have a hard time, or the women that I work with have a hard time, even just pouring into themselves, spending money on themselves. Like I had a woman who she would spend money, for anyone. She would rather buy someone a massage than get one for herself. And when she started coming here, she's like, "Wow, I can't believe like I haven't been doing this for myself. Like it's been just so helpful, helping her like uh, gastroenteritis issues, because stress has is like very connected to your gut. So like she saw a decrease in that. I mean, I think it just helps them to realize that like it's okay to rest. Yeah.
No, think you're doing a great job. I seen a video you posted today. You was getting into the shoulders. That's why I made sure I talked about the shoulders, because you was getting in there, and I was a little jealous. I'm like, why can't
Yeah.
why can't they be like Jalen? But
Yes.
it is.
And that video, the good thing about that video is like if you actually, you watch the whole thing, at first you could see how it was kind of stiff. Like I wasn't able to pull the muscles away from the tissues, but then like by the end, you could see how much muscle I was able to like grip. And then also you'll see a knot there too, like if you look closely.
Wow.
So I thought that was like really cool to capture.
Wow. No, that's good. No, you're doing a great job. Like I said, I've been checking at your Instagram, so you definitely been
It's
doing a
a
good
little
job.
bit difficult
But
though.
question,
Go ahead.
go ahead. No, explain, because I was going somewhere totally different. I want you to stay on this topic though.
Oh, I was gonna say capturing content as a massage therapist is a little bit difficult. Like that's definitely something that I've struggled with. But like, and we all know like content is king. So marketing on social media has been like a little bit difficult, but I've managed around it. But that is not always easy. But more specifically from my industry. you know?
You went. This funny thing, you went exactly where I wanted to go. So talking about marketing on social media, what I see a lot is the sensual massages where the guy basically got the woman nothing but a panty on and doing all these like sexual things. What do you think about that kind of massages?
Um, my first thought is to say to each his own. Like that's just like my personal opinion, but my professional opinion, I don't know where they went to school at because that is not what they teach us. That is not a like real massage. Do I think that there is a place for a sensual massage? Yeah, like it could be important for like building a, connection or romantic whatever partnership, but if it's that's very risque. I don't promote that, or I try not to put my content out there to give anyone those expectations that that's what they're going to be receiving from me because it's not. And I think a lot of massage therapists are very annoyed by it, including myself sometimes, just because it just puts the wrong idea of what we're trying to do. Like we've worked really hard too to establish ourselves as like healthcare professionals and like get away from that stigma. But of course, I mean, for it's entertaining, I guess. So it sells.
Yeah, now I could definitely see I could definitely see your frustration because you're trying to make your social media presence known, and then you see someone else that's doing something that's really not what you feel is massages, and they're getting so much notoriety from it, which is I can see that.
Yeah, and I don't even know if they're like licensed, but I mean, I don't think even people really care that much.
So speaking about being licensed, you had to go through a certain period of learning to be able to be where you're at now. Do you ever think about actually going back and helping out people that want to become massage therapists?
Yes, absolutely. So I want to touch on the curriculum or like the process to become a massage therapist because I don't think a lot of people know this, but the amount of stuff that you have to learn to become a massage therapist and be licensed is very extensive. Like, I had to take anatomy and physiology, learn all the different systems. Like, I'm talking cardiovascular, integumentary, nervous system, all of that. Kinesiology, so studying the movement, skeletal system, pathology. So, we have to learn about different diseases. We have to learn about medications so we could know like certain if things are allowed, if you're on diabetic medication, like are you able to get a certain massage? Like it's very extensive, and I don't think people actually realize that. So it was a lot, but I would definitely want to help as my business grows massage therapists, not with like the academic side, but I think with the entrepreneurial side, because starting my business, starting my practice it was a lot. There was a learning curve, but I really enjoyed it. I love talking about business and all the things that I've learned. And a problem that I've noticed with a lot of massage therapists is that we're only taught in school how to be a really good hands-on massage therapist. So we're only taught the technical skills, but we're not taught how to run a business. We're not really taught how to communicate, with clients, how to troubleshoot certain things, how to run your books. And we're not really taught about marketing, how to promote yourself, how to get clients. They only teach you the practical skills. So, and a lot of massage therapists struggle with just having the confidence to even like promote themselves and be like, hey, like I'm a good massage therapist because we think that all we need is just to be good at massage. And that's really not it. There's a lot of wonderfully talented massage therapists that nobody knows about because they don't want to talk about themselves. So what I want to do is help them gain the confidence to really start their businesses and just thrive as a massage CEO. So that's what I want to work on in the future.
So I love that. I love that how you want to actually help out the future entrepreneurs. So this is the first time you're talking to a well, I don't know. You do a lot of podcasts, right? You've done a podcast before. So now, well, this is this is
I've,
this is
I've,
This is the
Go
biggest
ahead.
podcast you've been on. That's what I'm gonna say. This podcast is huge.
Okay, yeah.
So, what's the first tip you'll give to someone that's they just went through all the classes, they did everything they learned? What's the first tip you'll give them that they want to become an entrepreneur for massagers anyway? Yeah.
That they want to become an entrepreneur. Um, Honestly, two things came to mind. One was talk about like your story, talk about what you do, talk about wherever you are in your process, talk about it, start creating content, whatever it is. Because you're gonna need to like build that confidence, build that muscle, to put yourself out there. And then I would say two, try different things, like try working in different environment settings. Maybe you want to work for a chiropractor, maybe you want to work at a spa, maybe you want to just go be independent, and try to see like what you like to do the most. But then after you figure that out, niche down. Like, I think that you should have like a specialty, because a general massage, you can pretty much go anywhere. But I think the most successful massage therapists are the ones like, this is what I do, this is what I'm really good at, and this is why you want to come to me. So that's what I would advise.
Okay. And I just want to go back into actual the massage part. So you do help people relieve stress. So you, as the massage therapist, what do you do to relieve your stress?
Mm, I like this question because I always think about how important it is to have, like, I call it like a stress toolkit. Like, everyone relieves stress in different ways. So for me, my number one is I'm a nature lover, so I take nature walks. Um, as soon as it's like 3, 4 o'clock, that's when I start slowing down. My mind is kind of just like all over the place, and I just like to get outside. I like to go walking. I'll walk in the winter. I really don't care. It just really helps like calm my nervous system and just gives me that mental clarity that I need. So that is the number one way to just really, for me to like de-stress. But then what else do I do? This is a good question, to help me
All right. So
to relieve stress.
yeah. So while you're thinking, I'm gonna say what I usually do. What I usually do, I journal. So I don't do it all the time, but
I
I
was
think
about,
you was about to say that. Okay, I'm
I
sorry. I'm
was
sorry. I
about
took
to
your
say that.
answer. Well, you can explain why you do it. I'm gonna explain why I do it. So for me, it's just basically to get all my thoughts out. So I might be thinking about a lot of things. I'm just writing it down, not even to go back to it as like it's kind of like a diary, but I just write it and just set it to the side. And the next day, I write everything out. Send it, not to go back and see my growth, just basically just to get all my thoughts out. Because as being a content creator, as being having a podcast and doing so many things, I have my mind is going in circles. So now I'm just trying to get all these thoughts out and just move on, so I don't have to really think about it. But you go ahead, you're yours now.
No, that was like wonderfully said, because my brain is wired the same way, and I think like especially being an entrepreneur, because you're wearing all of the hats, like everything is on you, and it's like you thinking about marketing, then you think about like operations, you thinking about money, like it's just everywhere. So yeah, I write everything out. I'm very much like a to-do list type person, but I have my journal here too. I be
Hey,
journaling.
okay, okay.
I write a lot. Like meditation, prayer, like I have to sometimes just say it out loud to kind of like get it out. That really helps me, and just walking, listening to like really non-vocal music, like that, like lo-fi vibe. That really helps me as well.
No, I like lo-fi too. I just recently came across lo-fi because before I'm listening to all this different music, but lo-fi is definitely good because, like I said, my mind is moving 24/7. So a lot of times I do listen to the podcast, but it's hard to listen to podcasts because I'm not like, oh, that's a good, like I'm always thinking. I just kind of want to just be free. Go ahead.
And that I listen to podcasts a lot too. Like I love podcasts. That's actually how we met, on a podcast tour. But like right now, like this month, one of my July goals was to not listen to any like entrepreneurial podcasts, because I felt like there comes a point where you have so much information in your head. You need it to kind of like be quiet to actually take it out and actually apply it. And I feel like I was just absorbing all the information and it wasn't going anywhere. It was just like swirling around in my head. And I'm like, I can't take in any more information. I just got to like apply it. So sometimes I do that where I'll just set a goal for either like 30 days or maybe 2 weeks where maybe I won't listen to any like rap or like, I don't know, hip hop. Not that I really listen to that anymore, but like just to kind of tune things out. Sometimes you got to do that for yourself.
I like that. Because one thing I recently learned on a podcast was basically find, like, you have your 9 to 5, but to kind of escape that, you have to find different things, like find a product that you can do. I'm not going to share on the podcast right now. I'm not trying to let everybody know about stuff, but pretty much find a product where you can actually make money off it. So now you still have your 9 to 5. Now you have this extra thing where you're actually able to, sell or make income from it to slowly escape your 9 to 5. What things have you learned of something that you want to implement into your business or into your life that you've learned?
That's a really good question. And it's like, that's so relative to what I'm going through right now because I'm actually about to relocate. So everything that I have right now is about to change. I'm going through like a big transition. Obviously, I have my physical location, but I can't pick up and take that with me. So I think I'm actually considering going back to 9 to 5 until I can reset up shop in my new, state, and then probably do my side hustle. Like, so it's going to be reversed. But I also am going to come out with some products that I can sell just to still help my clients heal here, I guess. Um, so yeah, and they'll just be like all natural healing products to help them manage their stress, decompress at home in those times when it's like they can't get to a massage therapist or they just need something to help them right there in the moment. I want to be able to offer that to everyone, even outside of like wherever I'm based. So that's coming soon.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty cool that you said that because you said that you want to help out massage therapists with the entrepreneur side. So now you're relocating. Now that's going to help your story out. Now I've done it twice because I already know wherever you're going, you're going to be successful. But now you can say I had a successful business. I didn't work a 9 to 5. I started again from zero to show that it's not luck. A lot of times you do something once, oh, you're lucky. No, I did it twice. Now this is to show you that I've created 2 businesses myself. I can definitely help you, and you're gonna have products. So I think it's gonna be even better now.
Wow, thank you. I didn't even think about it like that, but you're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you're definitely right.
no, I'm definitely excited to see what you do next. Do you have any last? I think we're pretty much close to the end. Do you have anything that else you want to share with the audience? Tell people where to find you. You are located in New Jersey. I know you said you're gonna relocate, but if anybody's in New Jersey, I have a lot of people who live in New York. They're gonna hit you up, but just pretty much explain anything you want to say last, and also where to find you.
Okay, so there's one thing that I want to say, and this is also on my it's on my Instagram page,
Okay.
and it's a misconception or something that I guess I feel like it's my duty to help educate other people who may not know. But massage therapists, we do not like when you call us masseuse,
Okay.
respectfully. But it is just like it's an outdated term, kind of like a stewardess. Like you wouldn't call like a flight attendant a stewardess, you know? And that's just because like back in the day, a lot of people would use that term like masseuse to kind of cover up sex work. And so now, we've taken that word and just thrown it out and we're using massage therapists. And I know a lot of people like who use it just not offensively, like they just don't know. But I always think that's like a fun fact to just throw out there, just in case anybody is, thinking about going or looking for a massage therapist.
Mm-hmm.
We prefer to be called massage
Massage
therapists.
therapist.
So,
Gotcha.
yeah. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram under Rooted Holistic Therapy. Um, Or you can just put Jalen, New Jersey massage therapist, and I'll pop up. My Facebook is also the same, and I have a website that's also under Rooted Holistic Therapy. But yeah, I'm out there. I'm on all the socials.
Perfect, perfect. Jalen, I appreciate you coming on the show. I love your story. I can't wait for you to relocate, do it again. Let me know when you do have those products available. I'll make sure to promote it. I'm going to promote whatever you do. I'm going to be promoting it, but I do appreciate you again. My name is Jelan Abrams. This is Unknown and Talented. Her name is.
I'm Jalen with Rooted Holistic Therapy.
All right. We'll see you next week.
All right.